Right now I'm in Juneau, Alaska. I'm going to be showing you around here for a few days. Now, Juneau is the capital of Alaska, and the only way to get here is by sea or air because there are actually no roads coming into Juneau. This is also a cruise port, and much of the activities here are catered to those coming in or going on a cruise ship. But we're going to be doing some whale watching, going to see a glacier, hiking up to the tallest point here in town, and tasting some of the delicious seafood. So let's get going. One of the really popular things to do here in Juneau is go up to the Mount Roberts mountain. There's a tramway that will take you up there, but instead of taking it up, we're gonna hike up, we're gonna take it down. But I'm really excited to show you a little bit of the forest and mountains here, and then we'll have a pretty epic view on the way down. The Tongass National Forest right now, and as you may have noticed, it is very wet in here. Definitely a temperate rainforest and quite muddy. So if you are going to do this hike, you definitely need some waterproof boots. There are also a lot of black bears that live in this area, and maybe if we're lucky we'll see one, but the views are pretty incredible through here. It's just so green. I have never seen lichen this green. I love berries. We are at the top now of the Mount Roberts Tramway. Now this mountain actually continues. There is another trail where you can connect to Mount Gastineau and then onto the actual summit of Mount Roberts. But one of the things that a lot of people do is they actually take the tramway up, they walk down. We're gonna do the opposite today. As you can see, it's just starting to rain here. It does that a lot here in Juneau, so you wanna make sure you bring your rain jacket when you're coming to Alaska. But you get to see a view of the entire downtown region from up here, and if you're coming on a cruise line, you'll get to see some of the cruise lines down below as well.
The temperate climate in Juneau is much like Seattle, Washington. With rain common, it's always best to pack layers and bring a rain jacket. The tramway lands in the port, part of Juneau's downtown, which is extremely walkable and filled with shops, restaurants, and bars that I enjoyed perusing in between adventures. Alaska has some of the best fresh salmon and haddock in the entire world. So one of our first stops here in Juneau is at Deckhand Daves, where they have some of the best fish tacos here in town. So I got 3 different kinds of tacos: salmon, rockfish, and haddock. Let's see which one is the best. Salmon first. Oh my god, delicious. All right, we're just gonna go down the line here and take a bite of each. Also delicious. Oh my gosh, hard to pick a favorite, but I think it's a salmon.
One of the reasons you can't drive into Juneau is because Juneau is actually surrounded by ice fields on all sides and or water. One of the most famous ones is this glacier behind me called the Mendenhall Glacier. Now we're actually within the Tongass National Forest here. A lot of the forest is actually made up of ice fields and glaciers. Now there's 3 ways that you can get to this glacier. One is my bus from town, which is what I took this morning, the Glacier Blue Bus. It's about $45 round trip, leaves either on the hour or on the half hour from town, takes you, drops you off here at the glacier where you can have as much time as you want to walk around before heading back. You can also book a tour. There are companies that will bring you by kayak out here. You can also book a helicopter or a dog sledding on top of the glacier. So a bunch of different ways to experience this glacier. We're going to be hiking out to Nugget Falls, which is one of the best trails here down at the Mendenhall Glacier. There are definitely some little icebergs floating out there, so let's get a taste of how cold this water is. Here goes. Oh my God. That's freezing. It's actually freezing. As the temperature warms here, the glacier actually retreats. In about the last 100 years, the glacier has retreated more than 2 miles. And actually where we're standing here was actually under that glacier in about 1950. When it moves away, it actually leaves behind smooth bedrock because the weight of the glacier and the moving ice actually crushes and polishes the stone below. So this is Nugget Falls, and if you walk down here, which only took about 20 minutes, you can get up close to that waterfall. You feel the spray right in your face, and it is an absolutely incredible feeling to feel the force of this water.
The best time to whale watch is from April to November, when approximately 600 humpbacks inhabit the waters off the northern Inside Passage.
Oh, I see the shadow.
Dozens of companies run whale watches out of Juneau, where depending on the day, you may see humpbacks or orcas. I was lucky to see a few, including a baby that circled the boat before heading back to deep water.
Juneau is the only place I've actually seen a bear so far. Actually, the other night, just right outside at my hotel room, there was a bear in a tree. And today I'm actually going to see more bears, fingers crossed, at Admiralty Island. It's part of the Tongass National Forest. It's an island. We're going to be taking a seaplane there, and I am so excited.
Chichagof Island is located just off the coast of Juneau in the Alaskan Panhandle. While it may look unpopulated, there are actually over 1,000 people that live throughout the 3 small towns on the island. These are mostly Tlingit people, and they've spent centuries fishing for salmon. This was the leading industry for many years, but it has now turned to tourism. The population of salmon is exactly what brought me to this island, to see the bears that also love this pink fatty fish.
We've just gotten to Chichagof Island. There are 3 main islands in this archipelago that have the largest concentration of brown bears on the entire planet.
As I walk to the waterfall, I pass carcass after carcass, a quick reminder of just how many bears have been here and just how many could come today. Nearing the end of the season, most bears have moved on from salmon and are deep in the woods looking to add sugar to their diets after weeks of fatty fish. My hope was that a few still had the taste for salmon.
So we've just had our first bear sighting. Probably an adolescent, he's not too big, but he's up here just eating some of the fish. And it's so beautiful.
Now this island is actually 75 miles long and 50 miles wide, so bears can easily hide in the dense forest land. Counter to popular belief, grizzlies and brown bears are actually one and the same. But depending on their geographic location, they often have different names. Now, bears found in the coastal areas like this are referred to as brown bears. They're bigger from eating protein-dense salmon, whereas the bears found in the interior areas, the lower 48 states, and parts of Canada are usually referred to as grizzlies. They eat more vegetables and more berries and are usually smaller in size. It's amazing to watch just how easily this bear could catch a fish. A moment underwater with almost zero effort, and his giant paw would reach out of the water with a fish in its grasp.
Okay, I was really excited for one bear, but we've got 3 more bears.
Never did I feel in real danger. Even in such close proximity to these massive creatures, I sat there quietly and still as the river eventually rose to my calves as the tide came up, and the bears just went about their business with little regard for the 5 people just a few hundred yards away. One bear was incredible, but the real highlight of my day was when Mama Bear and her 2 cubs came out of the woods and slowly made their way into the river for a quick swim. The diet of most brown bears actually consists of plants and berries, but coastal brown bears eat a lot of fish, and by the end of the summer, even the youngest bears have become quite skilled fishermen.
Today was an absolute dream come true. 4 bears. I was really afraid we weren't going to see any, so excited, just over the moon from this experience. I just wanted to cuddle all those bears. What an incredible day today has been. Today's actually my last day in Alaska, my last day in Juneau. Southeast Alaska has not disappointed because these last couple of days here, despite the rain yesterday, have just been absolutely incredible. You know, this morning was what I hoped for Alaska. Getting to see those bears was just such a treat, and I hope you guys enjoyed coming along on this trip with me and all of the videos that I've made here in Alaska. Hopefully you've watched them. If you haven't, spend a few more minutes and watch the other 2 videos I have on Alaska from Denali and Redoubt Bay Lodge in the southern part of Alaska as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed coming to Alaska, and this is a once of a lifetime trip for a lot of people, a dream trip. It was certainly a last minute, but dream trip for me. And today was just more than I could have asked for. So just so excited to have been able to come here. If you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. It helps me make more videos if you like and comment. And if you want to engage with me and chat with me more, be part of some of my live videos, come and join my Patreon community as well. There's a link down below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and never stop exploring. I'll be back in Alaska next year, but until then, I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.